rookies with touchdowns. He's got 9 of them. There's a couple with 8, but RJ Harvey is atop of the leaderboard. So if he's going to lead all rookies in touchdowns, his team's going to have the best record in the entire NFL. They're going to have a bye, and he'll be looked at as the starting running back on that team. Why wouldn't he be Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Right.
Why wouldn't he? I mean, mentioned, nominated, a candidate minimum. But why not win this thing?
Yeah, go get that award and continue to score those touchdowns. He's likely to have double-digit touchdowns when all this said is done, and he's possibly going to get to 1,000 all-purpose yards. It'd take quite the effort to get there, but based on the game against the Raiders, it seems like that's coming around for RJ Harvey. So there are others out there that we could look across to the NFL and say, Tedero McMillan, you'd say Tyler Warren, what he did now. Can the Colts kind of keep their success going without Daniel Jones? It seems unlikely. Travion Henderson, I think, got some love in the chat room earlier. But RJ Harvey, with those touchdowns, something that he clearly has a nose for, that's a skill. That's not just random, like, hey, give it to RJ. It's not like Sean Payton plays fantasy football, and he's like, I'm going to put RJ back in there. No, that's a skill to have that nose for the end zone, and it's one that could be awarded with this award.
And is it a end-all, be-all if he doesn't get it? No, absolutely not. Obviously, the end game is the Super Bowl here, but I told you earlier, why can't we be greedy? Why can't you have a Offensive Rookie of the Year player in RJ Harvey and still make a deep run into this postseason? I think it's something that they can do. And let's just say, I mean, a touchdown a game isn't that ridiculous, right? He gets a couple in one of those games, which we've seen him do. It's not that strange to see him getting to 15 touchdowns here. That's 6 over the next 4 games, but it's not like I'm not asking him to go score 2 touchdowns every single game. Like, Can you do that once and then score every game?
Yeah, score every game and keep it up and be part of the reason why this team propels with feeling good about this offense. I think RJ Harvey is that main gear. If we have that extra gear conversation, it's what the ability of a ground game brings to this offense to settle things down, to influence a defense. I would love if a defense in the postseason had to really account for RJ Harvey because he's come through with 70 yards rushing a game or whatever that number is.
Right.
But I would love for a team to be like, okay, Bo Nix, yes, Cortland Sutton, yes, but we've got to make sure that we have a spy on RJ Harvey or we have extra defenders to stop him as a receiving and rushing weapon for this Broncos offense. And I think when you see that, that also can go into the award thing of like, how do people treat you? If you're playing, let's say, Tedero McMillan, you're probably double teaming that rookie. That's a sign of respect.
Yes, it is.
If you can get defenses to adjust to RJ Harvey, even if it's in the red zone because of his nose for the end zone, you say, oh, there's another sign of respect that teams see the film, they understand what Harvey's doing, and they know they've got to stop him.
You wonder with RJ Harvey, and it was, 17 carries this week? It's the most he's had in a single game by far.
Yeah.
And then you saw Jaleel have a little breakout. He had a big 11-yard run, and the shoestring tackle that brought him down. If he doesn't go down, it's a house call. And then Sean talking about having some of the trust in RJ and even Jaleel, and he certainly trusts Tyler in pass pro. Are you worried at all that we just saw the peak of RJ Harvey carries, which would then hurt this Rookie of the Year conversation?
Here's the thing. 17's probably the high number for the season, period.
No, saying he could get there again, but he's never going to go past that.
Oh, Sean Payton. I'm shocked that he got to 17. You know what I mean? I'd say if we said 13 to 15 was the average, I'd feel really good about that. And then, kind of like Cortland Sutton, I want 10 targets a game for Cortland Sutton. I kind of want 13 to 15 carries, not touches, carries for RJ Harvey. So 17, that's a number he probably won't reach again. I think 13 to 15 is a very fair ask for Sean Payton. Mm-hmm. If the game script unfolds similarly to what it did against the Raiders, where you need to milk away the lead, you've got to pick up first downs, you've got to have the rushing game to use up time of possession, that's maybe where RJ could push 17, 20, but it's Sean Payton. He's not going to get that regularly.
Well, I mean, what you heard him after the game and then even a little bit on Monday's conference call. He said, my game plan was bad the first time around. You saw how much they were using some of that jumbo with your guy, Frank Crum. It was in front of them to run the ball a lot and have heavy packages against the Raiders to succeed. He noticed that with some trends. Then he took advantage of it, and they obviously won the way that they won.
Yeah, they won the way that they won, and now you can build confidence that you can continue to do that going forward because right now, teams aren't concerned about your ground game.
No.
make him concerned. Right now, if you're the Green Bay Packers, you're thinking about Bo Nix, double teaming Cortland Sutton. Watch out for Evan Ingram if that thing gets going. You're not going in preparing like, watch out for this RJ Harvey guy. Again, maybe in the red zone. But right now, that's not your game plan. It would be great if that became your game plan because RJ Harvey was too good to deny on the ground, and it's there for him. We saw it in the Raiders game. It was there for him to be that back on a weekly basis. And I would love it if Sean Payton followed this game up, this Raiders game, with another 15 to 17 carries for RJ Harvey.
Fighting with guys like Ashton Jeanty, who has 8, but the Raiders totally stink, so it's hard to give that kind of award.
Yeah.
With Judkins and what he's doing, he's got 7 total touchdowns, but again,
The
team that
Browns
he's playing
stink.
on, they're not
Yeah.
very good.
Who's the best rookie on the winningest team?
It's RJ Harvey. It's actually not even that close.
Yeah. And even though we appreciate Travion Henderson, he's a Patriot, so forget him.
Yeah. And he just hasn't had the same impact.
Right.
He's
And-
had bigger. His explosiveness has been bigger and put on
Sure.
display more, but he hasn't made as big of an impact as RJ have. 9 touchdowns is a big deal, dude. We gave Cortland Sutton a ton of credit for 10 touchdowns
Right.
a couple of seasons ago, and he
Right.
deserved it because that offense was terrible. 9 touchdowns from a rookie that I might be able to get us to the middle of October until I say he wasn't even comfortable until then.
Yeah.
So we're really looking at like a 2-month sample size of 9 touchdowns.
9 touchdowns on an offense that hasn't yet fired on all cylinders. They're getting closer. They're looking more, explosive. They're looking more consistent on a weekly basis. The last 3 games have been very good for this Broncos offense, and they can get better. And that's a good sign entering the postseason.
He didn't have a rushing touchdown until October 26th. And he's got 9 touchdowns now. It's December 9th. We're talking about 5 weeks.
Yeah,
5,
it's
6
like a
weeks.
month.
Yeah. So yeah, you said it. I don't think there's much more to make the case for RJ Harvey. Leads the league in touchdowns, and he's on the best team in the NFL. Best team with a rookie making the biggest impact. What is the award for if this guy's not going to be eligible for it?
Right. And there's no Sean Payton bias. So
against his own guys?
Against his own guys, right. So
I guess there could be.
The league is probably going to honor that, and that's the thing. With the Broncos season, expect a lot of postseason awards to have the Broncos at least in the running. That's what you're going to need from this type of performance this year.
Love that. Absolutely love it. Broncos Country Tribe members, you tell us, are we crazy? Or is there maybe crazy like a fox with this RJ Harvey Offensive Rookie of the Year idea? Text line's always open at 303-713-1043, powered by Ramos Law. And then, of course, the YouTube chat room. That thing's always rolling, too. Just search Denver Sports on YouTube. Then when you get there, click that Dover and Cecil page, and you are in just like that. RJ Harvey, are we crazy for calling for Offensive Rookie of the Year, or is that something that can actually go down? All right, the other question that we're